except my recording. So, hello YouTube, this is GCS Asian Qualifier number 1, first game of the day, TH versus LawLiet, winner bracket, quarter-final. Best of 3 between one of the greatest night elves in the world, at least a few months back, and the greatest human at the moment. We said this for a long time, but at the moment, Infi might be a little better than TH. TH lost against Foggy at GCS, so we see there is definitely a way to kill him, this Juggernaut from China. He's starting in the upper left in blue as human, of course, as you can see in the upper right as well. And LawLiet with the Warden here. That is super risky because TH knows what's going on. This could be a super quick match. This creep is absolutely vital and important for LawLiet's entire game plan. He takes a risk, gets the fan of knives first, actually. First experience being drawn here, but the archer is super low. TH comes in. Oh, so much aggression. Who gets the last hit on this Renegade? We do have another fan of knives, so you should be able to take them out. And there we go, Scourge Bone Types for him as well. Almost level 2, he does get it! So almost no experience for TH here. But the Warden has to get away, didn't skill yet. Mass Militia being called as well, and he gets the Engine of War, that's for certain. And that cripples the creeping of LawLiet. No second Engine of War. Oh boy, what an opening! Second Engine of War in the base, more Moonwells, and no tech yet. But usually, this matchup relies on, oh, more kills, on the expansion of the human player. Detonate against the Water Elementals, very well done by LawLiet. So the expansion will be super duper late for the human, due to this harass. 3 minutes 30 into the game and he didn't even creep his expo yet, but he will, with this militia pull. And more footmen. Still on tier 1 is TH. There was an XP tome. I was wondering why the Archmage has so much experience, but he must have picked it up, right? Thanks for pointing that out. So, thanks to the second Engine of War, LawLiet can't produce units at the moment. He does have a Shadow Priest from the Mercenary Camp and the Berserker as well. So, mass mercs. Ah, it was the Warden, actually. Ah, thanks for pointing that out. It was all a little hectic back there. So, TH level 2. Ring of Protection, not the greatest for him. So he didn't get a lot of last hits, right? So this Tome of Experience, really lucky for him. Creeping up to level 3, and thanks to the position of the expansion, LawLiet will have a good position here. He can push in waves with mana.
A player's forces are under attack.
And a lot of fan of knives. Oh, he might be trapped here, but he got the boot. So he can run down the Archmage now. We have still no second spell for LawLiet. Shadow Strike would be amazing now, of course, thanks to the slow and the damage over time. But a few right clicks are never bad as well. A little more creeping, slippers of agility, more right click damage. And close to level 3. This will not be enough, this Apprentice Wizard. And he has to retreat as 4 footmen are coming in. But this is level 3 for him. Level 2, fan of knives. Should be used immediately, still not choosing on his skill points. And tier 2 is 1/3 done. He cancelled the Engine of War in his base. Ah no, he's walking over. I was wondering, that would be crazy. Wisp is moving into the base for his scouting. He sees, okay, no tower, no town hall. Does he have a staff? Is he going for a staff? Oh, he does have a staff. Oh, and there is no arcane tower. Staff onto the Wisp. LawLiet with a lot of fan of knives. Here we go. He's skilled level 2, 1 kill. And more are to come. Call to arms being used, but the cooldown on Shadow Strike is almost over. He's trying to evacuate this, but the next fan of knives is here. Is using it now. Double kill, and he's gonna get a lot more. Very good early game for LawLiet. Arcane Tower in production, but I think he can knock it down. Nice stutter stepping here. And everything is so hurt. Does he want to invest the last fan of knives? I don't think so. And in the meantime, TH is not really reacting to this, doesn't put pressure on LawLiet, just creeping. His inventory is really bad. Just a few armor points, which you can't really use, and a bit of attack speed, but whatever, right? And it's not level 3, so LawLiet is wrecking the main base here. There's no mining going on at all, there's no tech going on at all. And a level 3.5 Warden already after 6 minutes 20. Nice distraction with the mercs. And tier 2 is almost done. Huntress Hall is a little late, but if he goes for a Panda or a Naga second, then it's definitely okay. Expo is up. No shop yet, though. So the damage he does cannot be recovered at the moment. Warden is still there, thanks to Shadow Melt, but Blink's out now. So, we have a Fan of Knives Blink build, the super annoying Mass Echo Harass build. And the Archmage now. Staff of Teleportation, a little more mobility. Shredder for LawLiet, well done. You can creep this with a little repair. He's not repairing at the moment, calling the Mercs. And this will be level 4 for the Warden as she gets extra experience. Oh, is being caught though. Moonwell situation looking good. Ancient of Lores coming up. No second hero. And the Shredder. Oh, he needs repair on the Shredder. LawLiet! What are you doing? He's not taking care. He's losing the Shredder down there. Big investment. Counter expansion is up. Fan of Knives to defend this. But he doesn't have a lot more. Clarity has been cancelled. Only right clicks on the Archmage. But he's pulling the Wisp, man. So much action in this game. But the Footmen, they don't have enough damage to knock down this Tree of Life at the moment. And there is one more Fan of Knives now. And with that damage, he forces TH into a retreat. Oh, trying to surround with the Water Mantle. Doesn't really work. Nice Fan of Knives, staff out. And yeah, this worked exceptionally well for LawLiet. Still no level 4 though. That would make Blink a little cheaper. Is it enough? 50 XP, that's not enough. Super close, but no. Tier 2 tech on the way. Blacksmith is coming, and the main is still very, very exposed. TH trying to knock down the Shadow Priest. Will this Shredder kill bite him in the ass later? Another kill, level 4. A lot of Moon Juice used, though. And the Expo is still not crap, so the counter expansion for LawLiet is very late. We have protection for her, and TH trying to pressure this again with heal scroll or regen scroll and clarity. Detonate again to get rid of some mana. It's only 2 water elementals left. He's pulling the creeps again. TH does this fairly often today, which is a pretty nice thing to do. And level 3 for him, pulling 2 creeps, staffed with a Warden. This is a lot of damage. Very well thought out by TH. To get this damage, even though he does have a small army and he needs repair. Oh boy, this is not looking good for the expansion. He eats a tree. How long can he keep this up? There's no dispel on the Dryas, as it seems. And the Tree of Life goes down. LawLiet can't do anything against it, but this is juicy, juicy experience for him. And snares on the Berserker, which is of course not that nice. Loses an Archer as well. Slippers of Agility being stolen by the Archmage. Blink! And a TP out. So he does have some time. What a hectic game this is. A lot of stress on both players. The Shredder is helping to a degree. Defend upgrade coming in as the Dryads join the fray. And tier 2 is done. He's going to tier 3 immediately. Obviously that is the counter to Fan of Knives. As you go for Knights. And maybe Griffins and Hippogriffs. They all have more HP than the usual caster army. And so the Warden doesn't do too much. Warden level 5, by the way. 1.5 levels ahead of his opponent. Tier 3 only started now, though. More harass from the Chinese human. But how can he deal with this Warden? Clarity being used. He's trying to knock down this Moonwell to keep him supply stuck. Fan of Knives again. And this is juicy, juicy experience. Oh, there's the town portal. Can he force it again? That would be 700 gold in just a bit. TH bought the Shredder with the Footman here. Well done. Can he snipe them with the Dryad? There was an animation. But yeah, no Orb of Lightning, no Warden damage. And so he escapes Vision. And this is an immediate harass. Holy shit, so much action in this game. Creeping with the Warden now. That means no second hero most likely. And here we go for the shop. Warden does not have a Staff of... nope, doesn't. No Staff of Preservation, but the Dryads are there. He can't afford to lose that Zeppelin. And tier 3 is halfway done. But TH actually catching up. And it's Workshops! Oh boy, that's bad. Mountain King second. Workshop means of course tanks. And without a Panda, and without a counter expansion, what can you do against it? Oh. LawLiet is not prepared for this. And TH knows. Warden sells all the items. Clarity again. And of course Fan of Knives doesn't work against tanks that well. He would need a Panda. He got a Panda. But where to level now? In TH's side of the base, the shop. He has the Merc camp. And he can split experience. He needs to get this Expo up. He needs to get the Panda up to 3. This is some time to breathe for TH. Scroll of the Beast. Meh. He's gonna have bears that have the same ability, so that item is 1 for the shop. Archmage still level 5, and I think LawLiet has to start echo harassing. With Blink, here comes the tanks, to delay the upgrades, delay the tank production. It's only 2 workshops though. You can deal with that. As long as it's not 3 workshops, I think it's fine. And here we go. He seems to be listening to me. He sees the tanks now, but I think he was aware before. Creep check now, but it's only Dryads and the Panda. The Panda quite far behind. And with defend, he shouldn't lose too many. Nice defend toggle. Wow, that was well done. Not losing a single footman yet. Using the normal footman to run away, and then once the Dryad shots come in, he's gonna get defend up to diminish the damage. Warden level 5.3, fan of knives on the footman. A lot of investment into the footman. Level 2.5 Panda already. And there is enough experience on the map left, I guess. Especially with the shop. More fan of knives, more kills. Second kill here. But the tanks are coming. Where are the Engines of War? Where are the talents? We don't see them yet. Engine of War has... Oh my god, he finds the expansion. TH's scouting is really good. We don't have adept training yet. It's initiate, no rejuvenation, no master training. Where's the damage to get rid of the tanks? He's walking straight past it. Is he expecting a second expansion there?
Players' forces are under attack. A town is
That's a
under
big miscall. Ah, okay, setting a sentry. He's going for the base now. Yeah, but yeah, where is the damage, LawLiet? Master training is coming now, but this Moonwell is gone. Cripples his production. He is supply stuck, and the second one will fall as well. That's bad. Panda gets to level 3 and gets Sentry Wards himself. Sentry Wards here, one of the best items against tanks, so you can always see when the tanks are coming and from where. Militia, he can expand there. He gets level 4 on the Archmage. No level 2 on the Mountain King though. Boots of Kelpalas, again a bad item for him. Thanks to Nature's Blessing, he's surviving this for now. But where are the Master Bears? They're still dealing with the tank in the base, as it seems. He needs repair here. He needs to uproot. Oh, this is so bad. He's losing so much mining time. I think with trees against 1 tank, he can defend this. And yeah, second expo coming for TH. He's playing this very, very, very smart. Other tanks, just a distraction. Looks like it. He's going for Griffins, at least from 1 aviary. More tanks are coming. Oh no! Oh, he's blocking with the Dryad. That's very well done. And with that block, he saves that expo. Warden is in there, cancelling a tower. Of course, she wants level 6 for the Avatar of Vengeance, but I still think he needs more Echo Harass. There's only 2 towers here. He can easily wreck this expo. And yeah, there needs to be a lot of repair done. And the Wisps are not there, the Bears are not there. Ultra Vision coming. There's a Wisp here. There is... Oh, TH has a ward there. And a Zeppelin with 2 tanks. But now that the Bears are here, I think he can defend it. 4-2-1. What a game to start with. I'm really happy we see this game. Because you could vote between Moon and WFZ and TH and LawLiet, but this matchup is a guarantee for awesome games. So, TH is switching it up. Fragmentation shards, mortar team upgrades. He's gonna switch to ground units. LawLiet is investing into the Engines of Wind, into talents.
A town is under siege.
The first Griffin is out, but might be scouted by that Warden here.
Are under attack.
He takes care of those tanks, but still no Fury Fire. Panda's joining it only now. 3-1 upgrades already, man. Holy cow. Wisp repair, an Express of Fire, and so the tanks fall. But this is so much stress and pressure. More tanks. Third masonry upgrade. Warden is coming in to deny the second expansion once again. And TH is creeping up further and further. Mountain King to defend this, but the Fan of Knives gets rid of the worker. Oh, nice save actually. He would have to invest another Fan of Knives. Oh, just walking there. Alright. There is another Stormbolt though, but Blink saves him. And finally, the expansion is coming up. Tank drop with the Zeppelin. No anti-air here. Oh boy, a Hippogriff would be so good right now. Good position to get rid of the Moonwells. Really well played by TH so far. He knows he needs time and he's buying so much time with this. A lot of Breath of Fire thanks to the Moonwells. He's not losing the second one. The cooldown. Oh, well, is he? No repair. There are Wisps right next to it. He's not repairing. And here comes the human army. The Griffin. Level 4 on the Panda. Loses a bear. Loses a second bear. Lot of losses here. Level 2.5. Fan of Knives again. He wants to force the town portal. But the Holy Light is too strong so far. Tanks again at the expansion. There are no engines of war. Thanks to the delayed expansion, he can't afford to put that much resources into his defense. There's another Holy Light, so he can't get the heroes here. Link's out again. Close to level 6 though. He needs Fury Fire so bad, but he's constantly supply stuck. Is it 3-2? Yeah, it's 3-2. It's close, but he's holding on. Archmage, level 4 and a bit. And TH really only going for one Griffin so far. Ah, here comes the Hawk. And mortar teams. He's switching it up. Still trying to get the second X-Pop. Even with a cannon tower. Huge investment. But against Dryads, of course, fantastic. And he's dropping again. This time, he might even get the kill. But only one of the tanks can attack. Nice positioning by LawLiet. And with that 5-6 Wisp repair, he's able to hold on again. But tanks will be 3-3 soon, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. And mortar teams, 2 of them, against the Dryads. Level 6. But where are the corpses? That's the problem. Avatar of Vengeance is nice and all, but where are the corpses? I think it's Blink 3. Yeah, there you see it. Ding, 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 ding. And this is gonna be annoying. Not only for me with the camera, but also for TH. More towers. He's getting rid of the third one. And he has to kill this as well. He can't allow TH to get the next expansion. Then it's almost GG. Main gold mines, 2,000 gold left. How many towers can he kill? Of course, Fan of Knives not working against that. Double heal scroll. And a TP. All the teams are attacking. LawLiet is not reacting to this. I think he wants to bait the army to move away. Okay, but he has no follow-up on that. Step out now. Anti-magic shell. Does he want to push already? Oh, he's getting a mod team for free. That's big. Panda level 4.6. The hero levels are what gives the advantage to LawLiet currently. More bears. 62 supply. And he's finally mining from his expo. This one seems to be safe. No second town hall for TH, but here comes more militia. And this will be the second expansion. Dragonhawk harassing a bit. This army is strong. This army is really strong. 70 supply for the Chinese. But the hero levels are superb. 4-3-2. It's not what you want. Scouting the army. 1-0 upgrades. Panda. Almost level 5. Of course, in a fight, Blink level 3 is not that great. I mean, you can dodge a lot. Double Dispel, Fan of Knives. If he gets rid of the mortar teams, that should be winnable here. Oh no, but he's walking in and he's losing so many of the Dryads. That's his only anti-air. Warden is losing a lot of HP as well. Where's Rejuvenation? There we go. No Dispel, but Stormbolt coming in. Is there a step on the Panda? There's not. Needs to blink out, does so. But this army composition of TH is way too strong of what LawLiet has to offer. Where's the Breath of Fire for the Panda? Another bear falls. He's trying to go for the hero. Holy Light saves the Archmage, and so he doesn't have to portal away. Oh boy. Anti-magic shell a little too late. The Dryads falling like flies. He is right-clicking on the Archmage like crazy. But what's it worth if the entire army is loose? Fan of Knights is nice, and the Mountain Kings! Oh, Holy Light again. Well done by TH. He's playing this almost perfectly. And in the meantime, this was just a distraction fight as the tanks are attacking the Tree of Life again. Mass Repair coming in, but also the anti-air. Fights everywhere. Mortar Team is down, but he needs to get rid of those tanks now. He has to uproot again. The Griffin is coming in. Where is it? He does have level 5 on the Panda. Breath of Fire, where are you? Is it on cooldown? No, it's not. He's not using it right now. There we go. Oh, but it's not enough. The expansion falls. TH, what a genius. Saving that Griffin. This is almost perfection. How he micros that army and how well this is thought out. Using the entire tech tree of human, except casters. And the main gold mines are down. TH is the only one mining. Second expansion up. He still has 2 gold mines. And the tanks are still attacking this. So much variety in this army. And even the level 6 Warden. What can she do? I mean, take out mortar teams, yeah, but that's not really the issue if there's so many tanks. And he's staffing out so many units. That's the value of a staff. LawLiet could have gone for the same. But he said, okay, this 150 gold, I don't want to go for it. And with so much Holy Light, he can't get rid of the Archmage. He just can't. Oh, Breath of Fire animation cancelled with the Stormbolt. And I think it's too much, and LawLiet agrees. TH winning the first crazy map here, 23 minutes in. That was a nail biter, ladies and gentlemen. Action-packed from minute 1.5 on. This game started with an Archmage Footman Militia push towards LawLiet expansion. And that was at the 2-minute mark. And from that on, it was just fighting. But this was absolutely phenomenal how well TH reacted to everything. He knew, alright, I have to go to tier 3 because the Warden has a jump start on this. So I need Knights, I need Griffins for the late game. Then he bought the time with tanks, but he wasn't so stubborn in going only tanks. Mixed it up with early mortar team upgrades, with mortar teams then in the end. And so he could force that fight, send the tanks to the flank and attack the tree, killed it. And there was so much pressure on this expansion. I really wonder how much gold he mined from that expo. That wasn't too much. He constantly had to repair. He had to rebuild it twice, I think. And I mean, LawLiet, no Fury Dragons. No Hippo against the Zeppelin drops that were coming from TH. Also a nice move by him, though. Long time without an orb. No staff. And again, I question the decision to not go for the economy. Especially, like, when did he have the level 5 Warden? 10 minutes in? Or something? The Warden damage against the rest of the army is not that great. So... Mr. YAWS is by my side. Hello, hello.
Hello, my friend. How's life, man?
Ah, life is good. Especially when I hear your sweet, sweet voice. And you're helping me out here. Very, very nice of you. Free weekend for the busy first now, or what?
Yeah, this weekend I finally got some time to do some things. But yeah, let's see how this plays out. Because there only needs to be like one phone call and I'm completely off my weekend.
So you don't make any plans, it's just seizing the day as good as you can?
Yeah, for the last couple of days and weekends, it has definitely been the case. I'm looking forward for a few like holidays or days off, like probably around next week, like from Friday to or Saturday to Wednesday. Just a few days where you basically get your mind off things and you can concentrate on other stuff.
Yeah, I think that's really important because if you're doing the job that you do, or even I with the Warcraft stuff, which is not as professional as you do the stuff, but whatever, you constantly think about it, right? You can't really go home and not think about it anymore when you leave the office.
It's not like leaving the office, since I'm sitting like
at
home and working from home,
office.
so that's also a problem. You cannot really separate work from like real life shit. But it's fun. It's fun. It's also a huge kind of like freedom or independency where you can basically decide to like, oh, it's like, I don't know, 9 o'clock in the morning. I'd rather go for the gym for an hour and then I go back and I do all the mails and shit. So it's also a lot of freedom. On the other side, it's also like a lot of work, but it's fun. It's still fun. But at the moment, I feel a little drained. So a few days off should solve that and then it's all good.
Understandable. Would you do us the honor and put your webcam on, or are you...
Yeah, sure. I just had a few problems here, because for one reason, my sound was coming out of my speakers as well as my headphones, but it was separated. Like, I had in-game sound on my headphones, but my speakers, like you were on my speakers. I don't know.
That's really weird. Alright. Did you see the first game of TH versus LawLiet? Now you're gone, I think. Yeah, I can't hear you anymore. I don't know if you hear me. But,
Test it?
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, big shout out to Xlot, by the way, who also started watching just a few seconds ago, if he's still there. The one and only beautiful Daniel Spenst.
That's really cool that he's still following the scene. Maybe it's just because of you now, but whatever.
Nah, I don't think so. I think he's still a douche, but yeah, he's in a funny way, you know?
Definitely. I think this will never change.
Nah, hopefully not.
Nah, you have to keep the child inside.
Yeah, I know this best, so I can definitely,
So, game 2 is up, are you in?
Are you live or just like...
Nettie's TV.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I'm joining right now.
Alright. So, here's the second match. TH leading 1-0. He was the favorite going into this, as LawLiet is in a bit of a slump. Doing a little better. Wow, Naga first. Naga first tower... No, it's no tower rush, but he's sending everything back. Naga first on TM. What the fuck? I have not seen this before.
It's somewhat of a tower rush kind of style that you can use, or if your opponent is going Demon Hunter, you have a slight edge in the early game. That is quite good, like, cause the Naga can trade efficiently, because he will have a lot more footmen. Look at this, he went for like a heavy footman kind of style in the early game opening to go for pickoffs, surrounds, whatever he likes to. But yeah, evasion first is also a nice kind of counter to that.
Yeah. I think he wanted to use it for creeping, but he doesn't really need it as he has the Engine of War, so this might be a reaction to this. I mean, we know this from TH, from Echo Isles. We've seen this a lot with Naga tower rushes or Tinker tower rushes. But on TM, this is the first timer to me, at least.
Okay, I think I've seen it in the past a couple of times, and you can see the response from LawLiet is like super tight gameplay. He's going for an expansion, he's not teching yet, and on the other side you can see that TH is teching while he's creeping with a lot of militias to get that Naga up to level 2, picking up the boots now at the shop, and yeah, it looks really, really crisp what LawLiet, what TH is doing here.
Okay, let's see how this is going. Tech versus expansion. This is usually the case in this matchup, but usually the other way around. So, very interesting second match already. This Archer will be saved. Can he get the last hits with the Naga coming in? Level 2.3 already. Does have Fork Lightning. But so far, LawLiet is defending this quite well. But now the Footmen come in.
Yeah, Footman coming in. The Frost Arrow is quite good, as you can see it on the Demon Hunter right now. Second skill, Fork Lightning, of course, ready. Ancient of War taking a lot of damage here. We even have a Peasant at the Goblin Merchant here. Oh, not Goblin Mercenary camp. He's now dying. Of course, he's not paying respects to that. Kills another Archer in the main base. Demon Hunter still being focused, and you can see LawLiet is like struggling so heavily, and I'm not sure if he ever gets that expansion up, and this will be like one of the key factors for him to decide the favor of this game.
Yeah, his creeping is so crippled with a low Engine of War now, he can't really afford the time to go for the expansion, as the Naga is just pressuring and pressuring and pressuring, and this won't be any less later, because this might be a rifle follow-up. I don't see a blacksmith yet, but it's one base, so there's gonna be a lot more pressure.
What a beautiful game coming out of TH here. We've already seen it, like, for the first game. Really good controls, and also what I want to state for the first game, like there was a phase in the game where the Warden was inside his main base killing a lot of peasants early on, and you could feel like there's a lot of tension and pressure on TH, and he was not really dealing with it by going there. He was just dealing with it by creeping, doing some other things, and you can really see how he is playing on a very, very smart level here. Demon Hunter now finally picking up the items, going for the level 2. He will have that in a second. Ancient of War needs to be careful though. Demon Hunter fighting the fight of his life, but needs to retreat, and I think he's really not used to that.
Not at all. Usually, LawLiet is the more creative player, but of course it's TH, legendary Warcraft mind here. And now, finally, the Ancient of War will fall. He got the creep spot, though, and the second creep spot he can go for with the Tree of Life, which is waiting for a long time. What a lazy dude. Not even walking there. But yeah, we do have mana burn now. This will hurt. It's damage, it's less frost arrow. So maybe he can control the Naga a little bit better with this.
Forces are under attack.
Yeah, you said it before, normal rifleman kind of play. Blacksmith a little late though, but the Archmage as a second hero, and look at the Footman HP, saving them all in the early game, now transitioning over to a really nice and solid mid game.
The value of this regen scroll, 4 Footmen, how many are here? 2, no, 1 more. That's still a decent amount of Footmen to face, I think. LawLiet can deal with it. He is on tier 2 as well, going for a Panda second again on TM. That makes a lot of sense. Engine Protector in the base as he's expecting the push. And finally time to creep this Expo. So far he's handling well, I think.
Yeah. I was trying to ask you, what do you think about the overall state of the game right now? We have an expansion from a Night Elf player who will sit on tier 2 for quite a long time, preparing for that occasion by setting up an Ancient Protector in his main base, as well as a shop to buy potions when the push is coming, which is on the way already. And yeah, he will sit on tier 2 with Dryads only against Riflemen coming out soonish, hopefully, but not yet. Do you think he can handle the pressure?
It's gonna be hard. Depends on how much time TH gives him, I guess, because the lores are late, no tier 3. What can he really do with the gold? I mean, there's no Ancient of War. He could build a few more Ancient of Wars in his base, maybe, if he has the resources. But yeah, he needs to buy time, he needs to distract. Demon Hunter is not level 3, which is always bad against an Archmage. Last hit goes towards the second hero here. There's boots, you can run away. Yeah, it's gonna be real hard. He has mercenary support. Panda level 2, that's good. Shop is up in the base.
To check that main base, he's straight going for tier 3. He knows the pressure will be on him.
Yeah.
It's only Footman for now. Level 2 Panda should be able to deal with that. There are no heal scrolls for the human player, but he needs to figure that one out. He's looking for the expansion already, expecting that one. And if LawLiet makes us to tier 3 and tries to buy enough time, but look at this. 3 units, 2 heroes. It's still Night Elf, don't get me wrong. It's a Panda and a Demon Hunter, but...
Yeah, they're low level though, both level 2. Going for the Entangled Gold Mine to get rid of that gold mining thing here. That's a nice choice, I guess. He doesn't have the time to kill the entire Tree of Life, but delaying this expansion is key. Mana burn on the sword, but still getting the slow out, which is vital. Panda has a lot of mana though.
Yeah, but he killed 5 Wisp. He's now able to push or pressure him back. The Naga will be forced to Town Portal out. Maybe he's taking trades with the Demon Hunter here. Oh, he should kill the Priest. He should definitely kill that Priest. Oh man, he's not getting to that one, but he kills the Footman instead.
Yeah, the Breath of Fire was ready, so... Little mistake by LawLiet here.
But yeah, that was 300 gold. 5 Wisp being killed and no gold mining from that thing.
But he still has, of course, the main gold mine. He's taking to tier 3, and that was... He didn't lose the expansion. So, time is still in his favor, I guess, as the human army becomes weaker and weaker by the minute, and LawLiet is getting closer to Master Bears.
LawLiet is doing the right thing. The thing that will get him this game is probably picking up a Zeppelin and going for his opponent's main base. That would be so beautiful if he goes for that, because then he can establish that expansion, can force his opponent back to the main base. But yeah, TH is kind of expecting that, I feel, and for that reason he's setting up an expansion in between bases of the 2 players to be like in the middle of him and also be able to force enough pressure on the main base so that LawLiet crumbles.
Very interesting games here at the start of this day. Lionheart of Stormwind, meh, of course. But experience. Level 3 Panda is close, level 3 Demon Hunter is close, and TH gives him this time. Flute of Accuracy. When did he creep that?
He did both camps almost at the same time, like from the Goblin Merchant into that expansion.
Wow.
This was his creeping pattern there. And yeah, Master Bears are coming now. So that's a good one for LawLiet. Expansion against expansion, that's usually good for the Night Elf player in the later stages of the game, but for now it will be a tough one.
He does have a Shredder to defend. The Moon Wells are completely empty. He used the Moonstone to get at least a bit of mana into those. And the shop is gone. Orb of Venom is on the Demon Hunter's side though, so that's helpful. Does he have a potion? Yes, he bought it with the last bit of money that he had.
Oh man, I feel that one is too early for LawLiet to defend. The Panda not level 3 and the Master Bear's not out yet. It's a little too early for him.
But he does have Reju now. With the
no
first
Spellbreaker.
That's true. But the damage on the Dryads is so hard. The Ancient Protector, no repair, nothing. The normal damage from the Footman working really well. He level 3 on the second here already. Super fast.
And you said it before, the Moonwells are really exposed here. You don't have any more buildings to buffer the damage. Demon Hunter under a lot of pressure. Oh man, it's not looking good for him. He tries to snipe the one and only Sorceress here. It's not getting that one, loses the Dryad as a return kill. Not looking good for LawLiet. He is like falling apart here. Expansion established by TH mining, Spellbreak is coming, Sorceress coming, and a lot of focus fire on all of his units.
Yeah. I think it was a mistake to morph the bear immediately and not going for Reju, only getting it now, so the Demon Hunter's out of the fight for a long time, despite having the potion, but...
Oh, he did it before. He actually used it before it transformed, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Absolutely.
I didn't see it. He was just walking in without Reju, so I was a little surprised.
Look at the damage of the Footmen, still there with defense. They're living their lives.
The next bear falls. The focus fire of TH is so good. He doesn't get many kills. The Panda's out of mana already. No Breath of Fire anymore. And as you said, the Breakers are there to steal the Reju, which is the vital part. But LawLiet on the other side produces bears from 2 lores now. So usually we say 4 bears is critical mass, but I feel with everything being so low, he needs a lot more. And he's supply stuck.
Yeah, he's not building Moonwards at the expansion nor any other location. You can see how crucial it was to kill the shop there for the Night of Player, so he cannot buy mana potions or heal potions. And with that, TH is like pinning him in his base, making sure that more and more Moonwells are dying. Now we see that the Ancient Wonders are coming up way too late. He should immediately have like responded with that as soon as it died. Now the Ancient of Lore is the next target. Production facilities are crucial. 50 supply against the 59 supply of LawLiet. Like, supply-wise, it's still a tight fight here, but without Dryad in the mix, without, like, anti-magic potions or staffs, there's nothing to keep the Demon Hunter alive. He needs to Tom Portal out, and with that, the game is getting closer and closer to TH closing it.
And TH, man, he saves so many units denying that level 3 from the Panda. Water Elemental low, Footman low, but he always moves it back. Water Elemental summon now, right clicks from the 2 range heroes. This Moonwell will not come up at all. He pulls the Shredder now. And 1, 2, 3, 4 bears plus the Berserker. But I feel TH has just so much stuff.
Yeah, but look at this main base. Even if he moves out of that main base, he will be slowed. He takes so many free hits before his bears are actually able to close the distance. More potions being used, not even dropping like the Gauntlet or the Circlet, just using the potion. You can see LawLiet is under way too much pressure to handle that one. You do not see that patience that he usually comes along with. The first Breath of Fire hits well, but the priests are doing the deal. He's still got a healing scroll whenever he needs it. Staff of Preservation not really working here as he's standing next to the Tree of Eternity. Yeah.
Well,
it's not looking good.
No, not at all. Now the production is cut in half. Drunken Haste with the Fire was nice. There is a heal scroll though, so you can counter against that. He's going for the Tree of Eternity, which will fall in a bit. There's only 2 bears remaining, even an archer there. But I think he got this. Also nice.
It's so fun, like, if you see these guys that are super calm and patient in these high pressure situations, and now you can see the real LawLiet, like, crumbling for the first time, like everybody else does on the Battle.net in his first game.
Mass repair against this Ancient. But it's way too much.
Is it best of 5 or best of 3?
Best of 3.
Okay.
So this would be LawLiet in the lower bracket. Panda super low. And he's forcing the Sound Portal.
Wow.
Now.
Why would you do that, mate?
The Panda was low on mana. And there was no Breath of Fire coming whatsoever, so he's portaling out.
Maybe he's making some pancakes while playing the game.
I think he has a wife for that.
Ah, okay. So the traditional kind of lifestyle.
Exactly.
I see. Yeah, but yeah, he's playing it very safe. He could have closed the deal there. Was afraid of another mana potion hitting him and like maybe killing like 5 units at a time. Now picking up 2 heal scrolls, regeneration scroll pop, priests are healing everything up, brilliance aura kicking in. We do see only one production facility, a second one coming up close to the expansion where he finally was able to reproduce 3 Moonwells. But now 44 supply for LawLiet against the 64.
And it's not like the heroes can carry. I mean, it's level 3.5, yeah, but the items are not that great. And in general, doesn't look too good for him. He gets more mercenaries, and the Shredder is still there. Invis Water Elementals to scout the army, but it's ridiculous.
Yeah, scout the army, cancel clarity potions on that panda. We see that he's buying mercenaries, using his money now to get some more units. Should have probably done that one earlier when he was under a lot of pressure there. First healing scrolls should be popped. Regeneration is being popped first of all, healing the priest up almost to full HP as he's not bringing enough damage to the battlefield. And this should be the end of LawLiet in the winner bracket here.
Well, there was a mana potion, Drunken Haste, Breath of Fire again, but the second heal scroll popped already. He had 3? Or did I miscalculate that? The Demon Hunter is low again, almost dying there. And now focus switches to the Panda, level 4 on the second hero. Way too much damage. He's trying to get the hero here, but where is the damage? It's not there, the Panda's not there anymore as well. And without that area of effect, he can't go for it. Almost twice the supply for the Chinese. And level 5 on the Naga. Oh, that's so crazy.
And it all started with a Naga first from the top end.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Too bad that we haven't seen the opening of the game, cause we like. Did you see it? Like how it opened up?
It's always a 3-minute delay.
And that's so fucked up. But whatever. You gotta deal with it. Nice invis here to save the Archmage. Demon Hunter trying to do Demon Hunter things by winning the game all on his own, but that's not going to happen, my friend.
Nope.
He's just ignoring the Demon Hunter, having fun with the rest of the army. Rejuvenation being used.
Player's forces are under attack.
And a tower finally. It was a tower rush. So
will he go for a cannon tower? Just for the lulz?
was right from the start.
Yeah. Just a little delayed. He taps out and TH takes the series 2-0. Damn.
Impressive, man.
That was like he had all the solutions to everything right from the start.
Yeah.
Crazy impressive game by TH.
Yeah, I've seen that opening a couple times before. Like, usually, and maybe that's the whole plan, to throw your opponent off, and he absolutely succeeded there. Usually you get the Naga, you do this, like, you open up with a barracks before altar, and then you pick the Naga in the middle to pressure your opponent.
Yeah.
You can even fall back if you have, like, the long distance, like, cross map, then you can even follow it up with a late Mountain King. But you have the advantage, because you are the guy pulling the trigger. You can decide in which direction the game goes. And he went for the Naga. LawLiet immediately responded with evasion and a very passive game. So he was expecting a lot of pressure early on, which didn't really come along. So it was a mind game that completely played its way.
And again, it's so important, just like on map 1, to kill the Engine of War.
Yeah.
He put so much focus and emphasis on this. And without that, you don't have too many archers. You can't protect your base with the Engine of War. He had the AP up, but that didn't really matter as it was killed almost immediately. So
yeah, that's like, I don't get it, because the problem is you open up the old fashion and you know the response from your opponent, because you have seen it a couple of times. I have seen it at least like 10 times throughout the last years that like TH is just going for that Ancient of War, killing it. And you kind of like, you say like, okay, take this one. Do whatever you do, because I know what's coming, and you don't have the proper response to it, despite the fact that you know what's coming. So that's kind of like stupid. It's like, to put it in that silly way, it's kind of stupid to go for that. But I see where LawLiet's problems are coming from, because he says, like, I listened to you, and he said, like, he's struggling in the real games, like tournament games, and ladder doesn't matter. If you're performing good in ladder, people just picking up the information that they need for real games. Like, if I play ladder against him 5 times, I have 5 replays that I can study, because he's playing in ladder just like he does in tournament games. But I play differently in tournament games, so I can throw stuff at him that he's not expecting. And I think a lot of other players do that as well. So it's kind of funny that he hasn't figured it out yet, as it seems. But it's easier said than done, of course.
And I think one very crucial point for the entire scene is TH is mixing things up a lot. Because there was this half a year, 3/4 of a year where Human didn't accomplish too much or I think no big tournament win. They were always out, TH and Infi both in a slump, but I always said the race is not weak. It's just like humans did not respond to the new builds and timings of the other races. And TH took some time. It took him like three months maybe. And now it seems like he has an answer to everything. Sometimes going to tier 2 without an expansion, which is almost unheard of for human. And then expand at tier 2, also versus undead sometimes. And yeah, he really thought about it and has good reactions.
Yeah, he got such a broad range of strategies, as well as like a really broad range of experience with every single strategy. Because he has played every single strat against every single race on every map, and he knows all the proper responses because he has seen it before. And even if he hasn't seen it before, he can make it up on his mind, and he can go like, okay, if I do this and that, the proper response from my opponent is to go destroyer push or whatever. So he will have all the question marks figured out. And yeah, LawLiet is at a point right now where if he wants to improve, he needs to get past these obstacles, and he needs to see through that shit and actually get down to his very game and decide like, okay, maybe I should like put like tiny things in that messes with the mind of my opponent, because this is where the real game starts to be played. You don't play your player in the game. You play him like in the real battlefield, which is like on that mind game level. Yeah. That is even more important in tournament situations.
I don't want to call LawLiet a one-trick pony, but, you know, he was the strongest when nobody really figured out how he plays with the Warden and how he creeps. Those are the two really strong factors of LawLiet. And now, after 2 years, everybody knows what he's doing and how he creeps and what his focus on the game is. And he didn't really come up with a new trick or a new creep route or new actions with Warden or Demon Hunter or whatever, so...
Yeah, I think it's not even, like, it's not about, like, that one trick that you need up your sleeve. It's more, like, of developing your state of the game. And I think, like, for some time, the state of the art was that what you said, like, creeping the Warden, getting it to that level 3, stepping in, doing things with that, using the advantage that you create early on in the game. But he is at a point where he was not developing that game anymore, because he was, like, it worked so well on so many different levels and so many different matchups. I think the Warden against Undead was also phenomenal on some maps. But like everybody else was developing their games, figuring out how to deal with that. And once they figure it out, your whole game plan crumbles. And yeah, this is where he should get back to the table and think about strats, pick up some new, maybe even like get off, like sometime off Warcraft and then start with a fresh mind, like fresh strategies, new timings. Something that Foggy really is shining at the moment, or shining in the recent past when I was watching his games, because he's like up with a really fresh mind. He's there like, okay, maybe I should try this and that. Maybe I go for an Ancient Protector rush early on. Yes. Something like that. We haven't really seen it. Like Immolation Harrows with Ancient Protector, follow-up Glaive Throwers, like mix in your strats and show the world that you have like other things to offer. And then your opponent needs to be like extra smart to figure it out what's coming.
That was a very good analysis, and